Hello viewers, Super GT here, welcome back. It's been a while, but finally another video is here. And we are here at Sonoma. I'm at the back of a very big pack of Lamborghinis. Cycle production it is. Everyone in the same car, same tune. So it's about driver skill or a complete lack of skill, which is most of the time with people on Forza. Yeah, let's just say the racing you're about to see isn't always going to be the best, but we've quickly made our way up into 7th place from 15th. We started dead last. We're trying to go from the back to the front. Let's see if that is possible as we come into the winding long left-hand at the inside of the Sonoma circuit. I'm just nudging this guy a little bit forward. Guy on the right hand side just drives himself casually off the track, and I'm up into 6th place. Couple of configurations available at Sonoma, but we're going to go to the far left here, get on the brakes nicely into the very long hairpin, and there we are, just up into 5th place now. It's going quite well as we dip 2 wheels onto the grass, coming through the sweeping S's to round out this lap. Guy's been nudged up ahead off the track, up into 4th place now. This is going very well. For lap 1 we've gone from 15th to 4th, 11th place is gained. And again, it just shows you the level of skill. You're going to see here, leader was off the track. I'm around the outside, almost going into the pit entry tyre wall there. So I'm going to hold it around the outside, just tuck in behind 2nd place. But we are in, and that is an outstanding first lap, if I may say so myself. 15th up into 3rd place. It's all gone very well. 1st place is well within sight. This is definitely on here. We could definitely win this race. But let's see how this guy ahead performs. Perhaps let's call it first lap syndrome, where people don't really know what the hell they're doing on the first lap because they're still getting used to the car. But then 2nd lap onwards, they're a little bit better. Probably not much better, but better. So side by side through here, I'm just nudging this guy. I really don't know why he didn't want to go for that move. He's going to keep 2nd. Okay, we're still going at least. He had the opportunity to go for the lead. Leader just gets a massive sim twitch. We're not sure why he lost that there so much, but he did, and I've capitalised nicely up into the lead. 1.5 laps into the race, we've gone from the back to the front. Superb performance, but it's not over yet as we go very deep into the hairpin, way too deep in fact, but we're going to cut back for that late apex. I can see that proximity arrow hovering around at the back of the car, so well, actually a little bit wide through this one. It's going to compromise my run out of here. He's just going to nudge me on the exit. That's fair enough. I've actually gained out of that, if anything. And then into the fast sweeping right, looking to dip 2 wheels onto the curb on the entry, and actually I haven't turned in really at all. And he's going to look to the inside, but he's not quite going to go for it there. Let's go in very deep on the brakes into the final chicane, and I've perhaps turned a little bit too tight at the end there. He's going to take the lead, so the race is back on to an extent here. We aren't going to run away with this easily, or in fact maybe we will. He's just gone straight off at the first corner. Very tricky first corner actually here at Sonoma. Very long left-hander up a hill, very difficult to get right, and he has fallen victim to the first corner. So let's see if we can just nicely pull away here. So quickly, I just want to talk about the possible hopper options on Forza Motorsport 7. So I think cycle production is, and always has been, one of the more popular ones. It's not always actually been in the game, not always been in Forza, but it's one that I think definitely should be in Forza, and I'm hoping it is in Forza 7. I'm looking forward really in Forza 7 to the leagues once again, because I'm in the Pinnacle League on Forza 6, but barely anyone plays it. So you're trying to find a game, and you know it's only like 6 people. It's really just not worth racing. Even though, from my experience, I think the league racing was the better racing in the game. It should be, because you're matched against people of equal ability roughly. It's not always perfect. I know a lot of people who are still in elite and they're really good drivers and they should really be in Pinnacle, and the other way round. But I just hope that the league system does bring about some good racing once again for Forza Motorsport 7. It'd be very good to see. I actually can't wait to see exactly how the multiplayer works. I'd imagine it's not too different. I imagine it's very much the same with the voting feature for the track and the voter kick feature. I mean, it really doesn't work in this game at all, and it hasn't worked since Forza 4, if we're honest. So kicking out some idiot noobs, which is pretty much everyone, it's actually really hard to do. So you get some ram who just goes backwards, you know, waits for you, rams you off, and then you just can't get rid of them because no one knows how to vote to kick on this game, which is really annoying. So if they fix that, that'd be good news. Let's hope. We can only hope, really. I haven't actually heard anything about that, to be honest. There's plenty to talk about the 4K. It's in 4K, we know that at least. But to be honest, I'm not even going to get an Xbox One X. I think it's just too much money for what it is. It's really just a graphical upgrade. A good graphical upgrade, I'll give it that. I mean, it is a very good piece of kit. I like the console. I've seen one for real. They look very nice, especially the day one edition in the carbon fibre kind of finish. It looks very nice indeed. But I think £450 or whatever it is, it's a lot of money for, you know, just a little bit better upgrade on graphics. And I think my money's a little bit better spent elsewhere. But still going to look forward to Forza 7, of course, as we come out to finish the race, coming around the final hairpin. And in the end, it was a fairly comfortable race, going from the back to the front quite comfortably. Took only a lap and a half. Second place did come back for a fight, but then just drove himself straight off the track. So there we go, a nice easy win to start the video off. We're going to move to the second race. So fastest lap, or I think it was second fastest lap maybe, and then I'm on second on the grid, or first on the grid here actually, which is going to be boring. I'm going to make this interesting again. We're going to go to the back. 13 players in this race, so moving off to the side of the track, and we're going to do again back to the front, see if we can do that challenge once more. For the Ford GT, the 2017 Ford GT, the cover car of the game, in stock form. It's not too bad a car in stock form actually, very much the top end of S class, so it's not too bad. And so coming down this the second straight here, French guy up ahead just totally comes across and blocks this guy off for no real good reason. As we come into turn number 3, this is where it gets very hairy, braking on the end of the shadow. I'm just going to have to dip into the extra tarmac there, and contact has occurred. That guy is just going to swerve viciously across, and luckily I actually rode the contact and continue to live to fight another day. Up into 9th place, we gained 4, looking to gain another 8, and then we've done the challenge. So coming down towards the dogleg left before the carousel, a couple of guys side by side, a massive knock-on effect, and I've been shunted in the rear end, but I haven't actually managed to lose a position here. Going to keep 9th. There's a massive knock-on effect there, someone very wide on the grass, up into 8th. And you get that often at that corner actually. Someone just brakes way too early, the guy behind can't react and then just goes off into the back of them, and then just a massive chain reaction. Up to 7th, plenty of people driving very wide. Now that is a feature of this car really, or of most cars, a lot of cars. You get on the throttle, they drive wider. So you have to be really patient on the throttle. You don't want to drive straight off to the track. So into the right-hander at the end of this long straight section. Now I'm going to look to the left there, he kind of blocked the left, so I should have gone to the right maybe. I'm going to tuck in behind though, go for that early apex on that curb. You really want to aim for this very start of that curb. I find that's the best apex. It's kind of a misleading one that one. Third gear through the final turn, guy very wide on the grass, smashing the Mobile 1 board. As we know, Mobile 1 boards are the strongest substance known to man, given that they can, at times, totally destroy your car and destroy your race, and maybe even your life, if Forza really means that much to you. I don't know, maybe it does. Let me know if it does. Into the first turn, down to third gear, missed the apex. Well, we've carried enough speed really. We're up into 5th place. We can see the leader. He's just around the other side of turn number 2 here. And we're catching up with a Swissman. Is that Swissman? That doesn't sound right, does it? With a Swiss person. He might not even be a man. He might be a woman. Or did I presume their gender? There might be another gender which they might be. I don't know. Into the next turn. This is going to be like the cleanest overtake you'll ever see in your life. Look at that. On the brakes, on the inside, he leaves me space. I leave him space. No contact. Absolutely beautiful. You know, cherish that moment because that really doesn't come around very often. It's kind of like Halley's Comet. Once every 78 years or something, you'll see a clean overtake on Forza. So there's that one. You might see another clean overtake on, I don't know, Forza 112 or something when that eventually comes out. So make the most of that. Now going through the carousel, top 3, as you can see, are line astern just a little bit further round the corner. So there is a chance here we could catch up and try to do some damage on them. Not literally, of course. Well, maybe. Depends how I drive, I guess. But hopefully we'll get through cleanly through the fast kink. A very, very tricky corner to get right, as it is to say that sentence, as you could probably guess. Into the next turn. Braking on the 5. Contact ahead. Second and third. Couldn't quite go in long enough without hitting each other. Around the outside, we're going to look for the move. I'm just going to ride some contact. I think I just about gave him a car whip on the inside. And I'm just about going to get through into third place. So we have a lap here. First place is streaking away. That contact has given him some breathing space and perhaps some confidence now to not have to look behind. And so the leader's got that space. He can drive off into the distance now. We're looking for second place here. Is it possible with 1 lap remaining at Road America? So this cycle production, I really do. Yeah, as I said, I really do hope it comes back. And if it does, I'll definitely be playing it a lot in Forza 7. So into turn number 2, looking for that cutback. He went very defensive into turn number 2, and as we are in exactly the same car, and I'm guessing he's got exactly the same assist because I'm not really gaining here at all, then it's very hard to make any damage on anyone because you're in exactly the same machinery. Into the next turn, we both get on the brakes nicely at the same time, and now it's going to be 3 abreast, and I think that was a racing incident. I was going to say my fault, but I think just a racing incident. I oversteered a little bit, and then I don't think he did anything wrong there. So no worries about that. I've gone down into 4th, but we still have about a third of a lap, or maybe about half of the lap remaining. So I can still definitely get into second place. There's 2 by 2 going into the next turn. The Japanese player there in second, just about managing to keep the position. Now the other guy's committed to the outside. I'm going to look for that inside line, see if I can do it. But I think cleverly the guy in third there just backs out to tuck in behind, and then that kind of blocks me off. If he had stayed on the outside there, I would have had a chance on his inside, but I think he recognised that. So coming through the fast kink, we've all gone through there very much the same. So this is a good overtaking opportunity here. I'm going to look to the right to make him think about going defensive, but he hasn't done. And then through here, second place goes very wide, and I'm just going to tap the back of the guy ahead, perhaps unsettle his car a little bit. And they're going to make contact side by side, and I'm going to go through into third place. Coming into the final turn, is there enough room? Not quite. He's going to go fully defensive there, and I should really get a run, but I just don't get on the accelerator quite early enough, and he does actually take a very nice line despite going in so narrow. So we're going to come across the line here, and we're going to finish third. It wasn't a bad race in the end. It was actually it was okay, you know, fairly good overtakes, and a nice little bit of racing on the final lap as well. So good to see, you know, that's exactly what we'd like to see from Cycle Production, some nice clean racing. There are the results if you'd like to see them. I was the fastest driver in that race, so perhaps if it was 10 laps I might have won it eventually, but it's not 10 laps, it's 3 laps, and I didn't win it. But there you go guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video as always. Do like the video if you did, subscribe if you're new and would like to see more. Hope to see you next time guys. We are very close to Forza 7. Do subscribe if you're new and would like to see plenty of Forza 7 content. It's all coming your way on this channel. Thank you very much. I shall see you next time. Goodbye.
Listen.